At the surge of the pandemic back in March of 2020, it seemed that all hope was lost for American children who wanted to have a normal summer, as hundreds of summer camps across the country had made the decision to close their doors to the public and hope for better luck next year. There were a select few camps that chose to remain open. However, the lack of proper preparations had caused most of them to have outbreaks of the coronavirus within their own campers and staff, forcing them to be shut down less than halfway through the summer season. Only a very small portion of American summer camps were able to remain open successfully without a single confirmed case of COVID-19, one of them being located right here in Medford Lakes, New Jersey. YMCA of the Pines is regularly home to 2 sleepaway programs and 1 day camp experience, each of them serving as a place of growth and safety for hundreds of children in the local area. Rather than leaving these children disappointed and abandoning their staff, YMCA of the Pines had decided to stay open and adapt to the new world around them.
Why did YMCA of the Pines decide to stay open rather than close down like most of the other camps around the country had done?
So YMCA of the Pines decided to stay open during COVID and during the pandemic because the whole mission of YMCA is to serve the community. And so even though the company and the organization inevitably lost money from staying open, we followed our mission, which was to serve the community and provide experiences for campers in this environment.
These adaptations had restructured almost every aspect of their traditional program, from their scheduling to dining arrangements and even housing, or lack thereof, as the 2 overnight programs that usually remain separate were conjoined and converted into an extended hours day camp. This was done so that the campers who usually take part in sleepaway camp could capture a similar feeling without having to house with their peers and risk exposure. It goes without saying that all of these changes to their own program left their camps looking quite different from usual, but most would agree that it was undoubtedly a step up from having nothing at all. However, there are those who share opposing opinions on the matter despite the camp's great success.
So how do you feel about YMCA of the Pines being able to run as effectively as it did this past summer?
I'm glad YMCA was actually able to run at all this summer. I thought that was pretty amazing. I'm sure they went above and beyond and taken all kinds of safety measures, but with the pandemic and so many question marks out there of the unknown yet, I don't know, I prefer to wait until over the pandemic. And then when the pandemic is all gone, I'll be happy to send my kids.
What's even more interesting about the facility's 2020 experiences is that many of the safety precautions that they had created for themselves have since been taken on by schools and colleges everywhere. Safety precautions such as daily temperature checks, disinfectant mistings and wipe downs, strategic meal seatings, and the distancing of individuals who do not need to intermingle, such as campers who are not in the same age group and students who are not in the same major. Many would argue that the blueprints drawn for this school year were based on the successes and failures that took place at summer camps like YMCA of the Pines during this past summer.
How exactly did the organization come up with the protocols, the health protocols and whatnot, that kept all of its participants safe? How did that thought process come about?
So Greg, who is our COO, followed closely as to all the procedures and the regulations that were constantly changing, and then we just implemented them into standard camp procedure.
Although YMCA of the Pines has come far from where they've started in this pandemic, cases of the coronavirus are accelerating as the colder months move in, leaving questions of what's to take place in summer 2021.